What's going on, everybody? Ronnie DiMaggio here, product specialist at BMW of Morristown, and in today's video we're going to be doing a walk around and overview of this 2022 BMW M5. You can probably tell I can hardly keep the smile off my face because we're really excited to shoot an M5. This is our first M sedan. We did the X5M. This is more or less the sedan version of that car. It's just a fantastic car, and we're really excited to share it with you guys. So we're going to do a walk around and overview of this M5. We're going to talk about some of the exterior styling. We're going to talk about the powertrain, the interior, some of the cargo capacity and practicality aspects of the car, and just get you guys familiar with the M5. Hopefully through video, let you guys know what it's like to check out an M5 in person for yourself. So let's start being an M car with the engine under the hood. Let's go ahead and pop the hood, give you guys a look at the 4.4 liter twin turbo V8. So in the base model M5, which is what this car is not equipped with the competition package. You get 600 horsepower and 553 pound-feet of torque. Like I said, 4.4 liter twin turbo V8. It is the S63 that BMW has been using in the V8 M cars for quite a while now. M5, X5M, X6M. So on and so forth. It is a really, really powerful engine, extremely potent, and it's tried and true. BMW's been using it for a while, and it still makes just as much power and is just as impressive as it was at its debut as it is now, even more so. It's been so heavily revised over the years, so the current S63 is just a fantastic engine. So, like I said, 600 horsepower, 553 pound-feet of torque. It is an M5, so part of being an M5 is it has to be really fast, and it is really fast. So really, really impressive engine. So that's the engine. It is paired to an 8-speed automatic transmission. So that's the drivetrain. Let's talk a little bit about exterior styling. So out front of the M5, you see that it is way, way more aggressive than even the M Sport equipped 5 Series models. With the M5, you still have somewhat of a dual slat kidney grille. Not even somewhat, it's a pretty true dual slat, but it's a little bit more stylized than it was like in the F Series cars, for example. You have surprisingly open intakes over here on the lower sides of the bumper. You can see a like auxiliary radiator back behind this air intake, and it's just open. You can stick your hand right in there. The M5 goes through a lot of air. It has a lot of air to intake to make all that power for the big V8, so it needs a lot of room to breathe in air. The kidney is wide open. This lower part in the bumper is wide open. So lots of air intakes, super, super aggressive. And of course, the bumper and the front fascia in general is specific to the M5. You do have BMW LED headlights, of course, with those really nice looking daytime running lights. And if we want to take a look over at the side of the car, we can check out these wheels. They are a kind of split 5-spoke design. It is a 19-inch wheel with a 275 wide tire and a brake caliper that is, roughly the size of my forearm hiding behind that wheel. It is a massive brake caliper. That rotor is probably bigger than the wheels on my Honda Civic, so the brakes are just, shockingly impressive on the M5. It's a big car, it's a heavy car, so it needs those brakes to haul it down, and boy does it have those brakes to haul it down. They are huge. So styling wise, you have a nice little side grille, the nice subtle M5 badge in there. The M5, even today, in an age of pretty bold styling for BMWs, the M5 is just subtle. It's sleek. It's not yelling at you like, hey, I'm faster than you, I have 600 horsepower. It's just a sleek, kind of like beast in hiding sort of vibe that the M5 has to it. It's very subtle. But it does distinguish itself in some ways. That grille is one of them. The M wing mirror caps is another. Looks really nice. It has kind of like the faux dual post mirror, almost connects into the window frame there. In this particular car, it is trimmed in the body color, Marina Bay Blue. If we come down to the side of the car, you'll notice that it has a super distinctive Hofmeister kink. If you guys watch the videos, I mention that in almost every video of every car. It's one of my favorite design elements. It just looks really nice, as opposed to like continuing that line to meet here. I think the little kink in the window looks really good. It also helps the car look like it's kind of like leaned back on its haunches, like ready to pounce at you. Makes it look a little more athletic. Looking at the back wheel, it is again a 19, but it is slightly wider of a tire at a 285. You can option up to bigger wheels on the M5 if you want. And of course, you have the same drilled rotors, obviously not the exact same as the front, but same looking drilled rotors with that red caliper and the M logo. Looks really cool. One more thing on the side of the car that I want to point out to you guys is this particular M5 is a very nice spec in that it has a carbon fiber roof as opposed to the moonroof and painted surface. This particular car has the full carbon fiber roof, and it just looks fantastic. This big expanse of carbon fiber looks really cool. That's definitely how I would option an M5 if given the chance. It also sounds nice and hollow when you knock on it, so it's you know it's the real deal. It also helps performance-wise, keeping the weight kind of lower in the car, lower center of gravity, so it looks cool and has a performance benefit. But as we move around to the back of the car, you'll notice that the M5's kind of business executive super saloon look continues. Not super shouty, not super aggressive or outlandish, but just aggressive enough to let you know, like, hey, this is an M5, not a 530 with the M Sport package. So you have quad tips on both sides, signature of M cars. These particular quad tips are finished in chrome as opposed to black or something like that, which you can option with certain packages. You also have a diffuser and lower bumper portion that is specific to the M5 with this kind of painted black surface down here, down in this area, and your Marina Bay Blue surrounding it. Looks really nice. It is a pretty aggressive diffuser, but fits in with the design of the car really well. And of course, the entire rear fascia is specific to the M5. Another thing to note, this particular M5 has chrome badges because it does not have the competition package, which includes a black badge with like the competition lettering underneath it. I think the chrome badge looks awesome. It looks super classic, just very like classy, old school BMW, that chrome M5 badge. So much history behind that badge and that name, the M5. So I love to see the chrome badge continued even on modern BMWs. Finally, you do have a very subtle little lip spoiler up here, finished in paint match, Marina Bay Blue. Looks really cool, but while we're back here, I know you guys are probably dying to hear what this M5 sounds like, so I'm going to show you a quick exhaust clip, and then we're going to cut to the trunk as well as the rear seat, and we'll hop inside. So take a listen, and we'll be back with you with some practicality info. All right, so here we are around back of the M5 with the trunk open. As you can see, if you want to come on in, it is really impressively large. You have a ton of practicality with the M5. It is the businessman's executive everyday supercar after all. So if it's an everyday car, it has to be practical, and it is. It has a huge trunk. You do have split folding rear seats as well, so really practical. Fun fact about BMWs, the E39 M5 kind of famously had a diagram of how to fit 3 golf bags in the trunk of the car, which I thought was really cool. That always spoke to how, like the ethos of the M5, it's an everyday car that also performs like a supercar, and having a big trunk is part of that. So the M5 has a big trunk. Really practical. Press the button, it closes right down, nice and easy. Let's come around to the side and we'll take a look at some of the rear seat space. So I'm gonna hop in behind my own driving position. So sitting behind myself, as you can see, I have plenty of room back here, plenty of knee room, plenty of headroom. I can really lounge out and get comfortable back here. So super comfortable, really practical. For even 5 adults could fit back here, or 3 adults could fit back here, 5 in total. Very comfortably. I do have 2 USB-Cs, a 12-volt power outlet, heated rear seats, and dual zone climate control in the back as well. So super usable back seat every day. You do have hookups for a child seat or something like that. So really nice place to be in the back of the M5. Plenty usable on an everyday basis. So that's the trunk in the back seat. Let's hop inside up front and go over some of that stuff. All right, so here we are on the interior of the 2022 BMW M5. So it is a fantastic interior. It is heavily upgraded over the standard 5 Series, as you would expect. This particular one is finished in a really nice interior color called Aragon Brown. Looks really classy, paired up to the Marina Bay Blue. So anyway, running xDrive 7 and Live Cockpit Pro, all that standard stuff that you would expect in a modern BMW. You have the touchscreen, you have Apple CarPlay, wireless, Android Auto, all that good stuff. The Live Cockpit Pro and iDrive 7 is just fantastic. Let's talk about some of the specific M stuff. Starting with the steering wheel, you have the M color stitching, which looks really nice, and you do have your bespoke M, M1, and M2 buttons that you can program. This particular car is optioned with the Driving Assistance Professional package, so if you're curious how that package works as far as driving assistant technology, we actually just posted a video on it, but it helps to assist you on the highway, as the name would suggest. Really nice package as far as taking some of the stress and fatigue out of long highway drives. But talking about the steering wheel, it feels really nice and bulky, has a great 9-3 grip right here. The seats as well are really customizable for one, but they also hug you in place really well if you tighten up those bolsters. They are massaging seats, heated and ventilated, so the M5 is a luxury car and you get luxury features like massaging, heated and ventilated seats. Some other luxury features, you have a really nice Harman Kardon sound system, you have merino leather literally everywhere, all over the dashboard, the lower parts of the dashboard, just a super comfortable, luxurious car. More M5 specific stuff comes in the center area. If we want to take a look down here, for one, you'll notice that the shifter is a little bit different. So instead of up and down, you actually move it to the right for drive, to the left for neutral, and up and to the left for reverse. Park is right down here, and then of course you have your drive logic shift speed adjustment up there, so you can adjust how quickly you would like the car to shift. You have your setup button to set up your different drivetrain settings, and then you have your M mode as well to adjust the heads-up display look, as well as the look of the gauge cluster. Your active exhaust button, parking sensors, camera, traction control, all that standard stuff, but just subtly upgraded for the M5. Another subtle M5 upgrade is this carbon-esque trim. It's not quite the same gloss carbon fiber you would get in like a G80, an M3 for example, but it looks a little more subdued. It's got a matte finish, but it does look really nice. It has a bit of a texture to it when you touch it, so really cool trim. But that is about going to do it for the interior of the 2022 M5, so let's hop outside and we'll wrap up. All right, so that is going to do it for this walk around and overview of this really stunning 2022 BMW M5. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked the video, please subscribe to the channel, drop a like and a comment down below if you think we deserved it. And follow us on social media, Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok at BMW of Morristown. And you can always give us a call at 973-455-0700 if you're interested in a BMW yourself, or you can come visit us. We are located at 111 Ridgedale Ave in Morristown, New Jersey. But that is going to do it for this one. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and we will see you in the next one.